association with
Tonight on Look Up News, President William Ruto holds second meeting with the outgoing cabinet. Also tonight,
nilikuwa nafua samaki harufu nikasikia harufu. Kufuatilia hiyo harufu nikapata mwili ya mtu mwenye hata simujui.
Residents of Lugari constituency are decrying the laxity of police officers in collecting a dead body found floating in River Nzoia. And CBK assures the country of sufficient forex reserves.
Yippee! Kamata floating at 349k. Oh yes, for only 349,000 Kenyan shillings, you become a plot owner at the Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki. The Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki is located along the Nanyuki-Rumuruti Road, only 11 minutes from the Cedar Mall and right opposite Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. This is the best place to establish the getaway home that you have always dreamt about. For every 349,000 that you deposit or pay as installment towards any of Optivent's plot of land, you get 10k cash back instantly. Jaza basi tuende Nanyuki. Bigger is indeed better.
Alright, now remember you can be part of this program by engaging us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag to use is LookUpNews. Alright. We are also live on Facebook. You can send us your feedback there and we'll be able to sample some of it at the end of the program tonight. Our sign language interpreter is Josephine Oko. Let's start this bulletin. Now, President William Ruto has announced a mortgage payment scheme that will be applied to allow Kenyans to own homes through the Mukuru social housing program. Now, speaking while the unveiling of the program, or rather speaking during the unveiling of the program, President Ruto said those in bedsitters will pay a mortgage of 3,000, while those in one-bedroom houses will pay 5,000 Kenya shillings. Shadrach Kareria now reports.
All those who came here, we'd like to say thank you very much for taking time under very short notice.
During his first government project to preside over as the head of state, President William Ruto spearheaded the groundbreaking of the affordable household at Mukuru kwa Ruben in Nairobi County.
The various financial institutions, Excellency, they are working with us on this journey. Asanteni sana.
It is during the event that the head of state delivered good news to the residents of Mukuru kwa Ruben slums, stating that the housing project, once complete, will benefit the residents, as they will only be required to pay a mortgage of 3,000 shillings.
So this project, the first priority of this project is to get the people living in Mukuru to come and live here. The 3,000 shillings they are paying rent there, they will come and pay 3,000 here mortgage.
In order to push for his housing agenda, Ruto asked the Member of Parliament to allocate more funds to cater for the project.
I want to ask my good members of Parliament, it is the opportunity. In fact, the Housing Fund will give the government of Kenya the leverage to make sure that we can raise the money to provide mortgage for the ordinary people in Mukuru and every other part of Kenya to own a home. Please, good people, it's not too much to ask from those hustlers. It is not too much to ask. Now, waomba waheshimiwa, tafadhali.
Earlier, Ruto held a cabinet meeting with cabinet secretaries who served under the retired President Uhuru Kenyatta at the State House of Nairobi, as he awaits the approval of his cabinet nominees by the Parliament.
Thank you very much.
Shadrach Kareria, Look Up TV.
All right, now thank you, Kaleria, for that. The government has lifted its ban on genetically modified crops after 10 years suspension. This therefore means that farmers will be allowed to cultivate and import food crops and animal feeds produced through biotechnology. While meeting members of the cabinet at State House Nairobi, President William Ruto has today lifted the ban on genetically modified crops in the country. The decision, according to the dispatch from the cabinet, was reached in accordance with the recommendations of the task force to review matters relating to genetically modified foods and food safety, and in fidelity with the guidelines of the National Biosafety Authority on all applicable international treaties, including Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety. The cabinet vacated its earlier decision of 8 November 2012 prohibiting the open cultivation of genetically modified crops and the importation of food crops and animal feeds produced through biotechnology innovations, effectively lifting the ban on genetically modified crops by dint of the executive action. Open cultivation and importation of white GMO is now authorized. Today's decision follows an earlier cabinet decision made on December 19, 2019 regarding the commercialization of BT, cotton hybrids in Kenya, which is a genetically enhanced variety of cotton that is resistant against African bollworm, the most destructive and pervasive pest in cotton farming. Cabinet's office further noted earlier approval sought to revamp production of textiles, apparel, feed and oil industries towards the realization of the industrialization, and today's cabinet decision builds on it and also extends its benefit to other agricultural and manufacturing sectors. Now, Kenyans and well-wishers have been called upon to offer food relief to those affected in the ongoing drought in the country. Now, this call comes as more than 1,000 families in Kieni, Nyeri County receive food donations from well-wishers. Moses Okech tells us more.
The prominent saying states better half a loaf than none. Families and residents who have assembled here to receive a portion of relief food from their son, Dhuo Madhenge, this to them comes at a perfect time as it seeks to alleviate their situation as they battle biting hunger and hard economic times.
Hii unga itatusaidia sana na imesaidia watu wengi. Wametoka mpaka ng'ambo ile inaitwa Kabati.
Hii unga tumeona Mungu na macho ya mwili. Juu saa hii kupata kitu ya kukula hivi. Imagine unafinya karibu ufinye hata kama damu inatokanga kitu. Mimi sijui kama ningekuwa nayo kwa mwili. Juu nakazana watoto wasilale njaa.
However, it may not be enough to satisfy their needs.
Kuna uzito wa wazee. Uwezi kukula ukiangalia mtoto na mama wakilala njaa.
Madhenge, who is a businessman and brings home goodies, has called upon the government and other stakeholders as well as other well-wishers to come on board and support the affected across the country.
Tunauliza viongozi na wekeaji na wale wamesaliwa katika Nyeri, wako Nairobi, wako Nakuru, wako Mombasa. Tunawauliza kwa unyenyekevu, tafadhali kuja na ugabiri. Tafadhali kuja na mikate bili.
On the same course, different counties affected by the drought are still on watch, eagerly waiting for the delivery of relief food released by President William Ruto. Counties in the northeastern parts of the country have so far received their portions, as well as the eastern region. But in Garissa County, which holds more than 300,000 people affected by the drought, with more than 50,000 families feeling the heat more, the situation is different. The county's Commissioner Boaz Cherutich has called on a fast-track delivery and cautioned on officials diverting relief food to other areas not proportioned. Wajir, Mandera and Garissa have not received seasonal rainfall for 4 consecutive years. The Meteorological Department says that the situation might continue for a while. In the coastal region, over 200,000 people in Kwale County are facing a prolonged drought challenge that is affecting lactating mothers and causing malnutrition in children. Thus, Fatuma Achani, the county governor, calling for immediate intervention in the county and areas in Kinango, Samburu and Lunga that are facing shortage of food and water. This as the government tries to find a lasting solution by putting in place measures that seek to ensure food security. Moses Okich, Lookuptv.
Now, residents of Lunyeto constituency in Kakamega County are up in arms after a body was abandoned in River Nzoia for 3 days. Now, the residents have accused police officers of taking the matter lightly and requested the county government to intervene on the matter, as Marlon Alando now reports.
Residents of Lonyekito in Lugari constituency in Kakamega County are protesting over the ignorance of police officers concerning the abandoned body that is reported to have been found 3 days ago in River Nzoia. The body, which was discovered by one of the residents who was fishing in the river, is said to have been mutilated.
Ile nilikuwa navua samaki nikasikia harufu. Kufuatilia hiyo harufu nikapata mwili ya mtu mwenye hata simujui.
Residents decried the act of police officers who came to the scene of crime and left immediately, leaving the body in the river.
Jana asubuhi maskari hapo walikuja wakadhibitisha, wakasema wanarudi kuitoa, mpaka na saa hii mwendo hii hawajafika na hatujui itatolewa ama hapana. Itabaki pale hivyo ama nini?
Tumeita vijana wetu wa serikali ambao ni polisi. I don't know nini imefanyika because sasa hii imeenda siku 2. Hiyo mwili bado iko hapo.
They are now calling on the authorities to get the body out of the river, claiming that is posing a health threat.
Kwa saa hizi katika area hapa tumeanza kuwa na wasiwasi kwa sababu harufu ambayo inatoka katika mtoni pale si harufu ya kukalika mahali hapa. Environment yetu hapa imeanza kuwa mbaya.
Hii maji tunatumia kunywa na sasa wameacha mtu ameosea hapa. Ng'ombe zinakunywa, sisi tunafulia hapo. Sasa tutakunywa viini vya mtu.
Marlon Alando, Lookuptv.
Right now, thank you, Marlon Alando, for that report. Moving on, the parents and teachers continue to give strong opinions on the CBC curriculum as President William Ruto awaits the task force to provide a report on the effectiveness of the education curriculum in 6 months. Currently, over 7 million students are under the CBC curriculum.
At least 1.2 million students are set to join junior high school come next year as the debate on CBC continues.
And then you put it inside, and then the other one, you put it inside.
Many have different opinions towards the curriculum. In hope to streamline the system, President William Ruto appointed a task force to look into CBC and give a conclusive report in the next 6 months.
Rais kupitia ofisi yake alivyoahidi wakati ya kampeni ameteua jopo kazi ambalo litakuwa linashughulika na kutoa marekebisho ambao Wakenya wamekuwa wakizungumzia kwenye mtaala wa CBC.
The debate, however, continues to intensify as some teachers and parents are strongly against the newly adopted system. Lack of needed resources and facilities in schools, especially in high schools, is set to pose a key challenge.
Kuwa tayari kwa walimu kutekeleza mtaala huo, vienzo ambavyo vyafaa kutumika kutekeleza mtaala, kwa sababu wazazi wengi nyumbani wanapata muda mgumu wakati mwalimu anapowatuma wanafunzi na watoto wao na kuambia watoto wanaelekezwa siku inayofuata waelekee shuleni na vitu fulani. Vitu hivyo vingi vinahitaji rasilimali ambazo familia nyingi hazijapangia.
The age gap between the students who will be joining junior high school and those in high school pose security fear among the teachers, but majorly among the parents. The 10-year-old junior high school students will be forced to relate with the 18-year-old secondary students.
Ndipo changamoto itakapoingia, sababu hao watoto wengi watakuwa ni chini ya miaka 12, wanaenda kujiunga na wengine ambao wana umri mkubwa. Kuna wengine watakuwa watu wazima miaka 18.
shortage of well-trained CBC teachers might be experienced as only a few teachers and teaching trainees have undergone CBC training courses.
Hawako tayari. Tunavyozungumza hivi, shule za kitaifa ambazo zina umaarufu ni walimu chini ya 10 kwa kila shule ambao wamefunzwa jinsi ya kupokea wale watakaotoka shule ya msingi.
Mudeundalana, Lookuptv.
All right, we are due for our first break here on the program. Don't go too far because we'll be back with more, including matters of business and also sports.
Vera Beauty.
Round hii Loto iko ground na zawadi chungu nzima. Kuwa miongoni mwa washindi na uimarike leo. Shinda nusu milioni guaranteed daily cash vouchers.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Hapa kazi tu inaendelea kuwasaka na kuwatambua wale ambao wanafanya kazi extraordinary na zile kazi za kujituma.
Biashara yote unaambiangwa, as long as you have a plan, you can do it. Our service is about to pressure the customer.
Mpenzi mtazamaji, hii ni hapa kazi tu.
Now, thank you so much for staying with us here on the program. Moving on, Kenyans have welcomed the move by the government and the private sector to provide affordable loans. This comes as President William Ruto's call for affordable and accessible mobile loans for Kenyans is under implementation, with Safaricom slashing charges on Fuliza charges effective 1st October. Edwin John Mukora now reports.
After the announcement of reduction of interest charges in digital loans by Safaricom in an effort to reduce the high cost of living, Kenyans have given their opinions about the program and how it will benefit them.
Mimi nakuwa nafulizanga shilingi 9,500. Hiyo ndio maximum yangu. Lakini sasa wamepunguza paka at 24 charge. Wamepunguza paka ingiri moja. Sasa 1,000 itanunua kweli unga kweli?
Maoni mzuri, nataka waongeza kiwango yangu, wakiniongezea hapo nitakuwa sawa na nitakuwa mbele, na hiyo Fuliza itainuka, watu watakuwa wengi.
Mimi naona itawasaidia Wakenya sababu naona hii ratio yenye tulikuwa tunachukulia sasa tena ikipunguzwa, Wakenya wengi watachukua raini mingi na wachukue hiyo Fuliza wasitupe, so ratio itakuwa ni ile. So tusipata kama Mkenya ni mmoja, meregister raini moja. amechukua Fuliza hapo kama raini 10 kwa shilingi 500. Tunaona ni pesa mingi.
This comes after Safaricom slashed the cost of Fuliza loans interest by 50% for loans under 1,000 shillings effective 1st of October, a decision announced by Fuliza financiers Safaricom, KCB Bank and NCBA Bank on 28th of September in Nairobi. The event was graced by President William Ruto, who lauded the move, saying it speaks to his agenda of uplifting all Kenyans.
All customers will enjoy Fuliza free of the daily maintenance fee for transactions below 1,000 and below 3 days. So for the first 3 days, they won't have to pay any daily maintenance fee, which they pay today.
We want to work on credit, especially for our micro, small, and medium enterprises. That is the space where we have the largest opportunity. That is the space that employs almost 80% of our population, and yet they are constrained by access to credit.
For now, Kenyans are hopeful that other digital loans companies will also reduce the interest rates on their loans. Edwin John Mokora, Lookuptv.
All right, now the Central Bank of Kenya has stated that the country's foreign exchange reserves are enough to provide import cover for at least 4 months. This is contrary to a statement made by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua during a Sunday interview, saying that there are no sufficient forex reserves for fuel imports. Now, according to CBK, in a statement, as of September 26, 2022, the country had foreign exchange reserves equivalent to 4.64 months of imports, which is above local and East African community statutory requirements. Now, during the interview with Citizen TV, DP Gachagua said the country was unable to import petroleum products due to unavailability of hard currencies used in buying fuel in the international market. Now, KRA Commissioner General John Buru, while speaking after the official opening of the taxpayers' month, indicated that the prices of basic commodities will go up due to the authority proceeding with the implementation of the inflation-adjusted tax, with only petroleum products being exempted. Ian Keitani files the following report.
KRA Commissioner General John Buru has announced that the prices of various basic commodities and consumables are set to go up after the implementation of the inflation-adjusted tax.
From where we stand as KRA, we have given the leave notice for publication. If it was not published on Friday, then I would expect it maybe it was done over the weekend or even today. It will affect accessible products other than petroleum products. So all the other accessible products, we will make that adjustment.
However, Buru indicated that petroleum products will be exempted from the tax, as the prices of the products are already high in a need to cushion consumers.
The only category we are going to leave out are petroleum products because of the currently very high prices of fuel. So we want to support Kenyans in ensuring that that price of fuel doesn't go higher. But for the other products, we have made that adjustment. It is by a requirement of the law. So we expect that Kenyans will comply.
Speaking to the press after officially opening the taxpayers' month, Buru lauded Kenyans for paying the taxes diligently, adding that a small percentage of Kenyans who do not pay taxes will be educated on the importance of tax compliance, with the KRA chairman, Ambassador Francis Modhoura, indicating the Commission's willingness to change its name as directed by President William Ruto, urging Kenyans to pay taxes as it is their constitutional duty.
First, let me thank all our esteemed taxpayers. This is their month. During this month, we celebrate them for being diligent in payment of taxes. Paying taxes is not easy, but we have citizens of this country who are very diligent and honest in paying their taxes. Like I said earlier, about 90% of our taxes come through voluntary compliance. Those are people who we don't need to go for. They know their obligations, they come forward and pay their taxes. In agreement fully with the new administration, that taxes must be collected and taxes must be paid by all Kenyans. Everyone must pay what they owe. We have further agreed that for those taxpayers experiencing difficulties, we will have to adopt a different approach so that we encourage them and we walk the journey with them, because some of them, they are going through genuine difficulties.
The transformation of KRA from the authority to a service, a program that is really being driven now by the current government. I think it's a very good policy initiative. We support that very, very, very strongly, knowing that every Kenyan, every citizen has an obligation to pay taxes. Taxes is a responsibility. There is no way we can grow our country. There is no way the government can provide services without getting sufficient tax resources.
Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
Now, the chairman of Long Distance Truck Drivers Association of Kenya, Roman Waema, has asked the Ministry of Health to collaborate with transport companies to ensure the drivers are examined at an Ebola virus testing center when they arrive at Mombasa from Uganda before being allowed to join their families to prevent the spread of the Ebola virus.
The chairman of Long Distance Truck Drivers Association in Kenya, Roman Waema, has said that the restoration of port services to Mombasa has increased the flow of traffic to the port, and therefore there is a need to test all drivers for the Ebola virus when they enter Mombasa County from Uganda. Waema has asked the Ministry of Health to collaborate with transport companies to ensure their drivers are examined at the Ebola virus testing center to be established when they enter Mombasa County before being allowed to join their families to prevent the spread of Ebola virus.
Ni kuona kwa Wizara ya Afya ishirikiane na wenye makampuni badala kungojea wasikie mtu amepatikana na Ebola mtaani ndio waanze kumtrace wamtafute. Ni wao hivi sasa watume maofisa wao katika haya makampuni makubwa ambayo yana operate katika kupitia boda, ili kuona kwa kila dereva ambaye atakuwa anakuja kuna mikakati kadhaa ambayo inafanyika ili mtu yule akitoka kwenye kampuni kuingia katika vijiji ama kutangamana na wananchi awe atakuwa hana wasiwasi wote.
However, in Kakamega County, the governor of Kakamega, Fernandez Baraza, addressing the press, has said that KEMRI has determined that the case alleged to be Ebola tested negative. This is after conducting a detailed investigation of the samples taken from the alleged patient in the county.
Ningependa kuwatangazia wanakakamega ya kwamba hiyo kesi ambayo tulikuwa nayo hapo juzi, ambapo kulikuwa na jamaa mmoja alikuwa na dalili ya virusi ya Ebola. Tumepata jana matokeo kutoka KEMRI, nimethibitisha ya kwamba yule kijana ambaye alikuwa na virusi imetoka kuwa negative. So hivi sasa hakuna Ebola Kakamega.
Governor Baraza has now assured residents that Kakamega has not reported any Ebola case disease, and in the event of such a case, the county government as well as the doctors are fully prepared to succumb Ebola virus.
Kama county tumeweka mikakati, tuko na isolation center na pia madaktari wetu tumeweka wako imara. Ikiwa kutatokea jambo lolote ama information yoyote kuhusu ugonjwa wa Ebola, county tuko imara na tuko na madaktari pia wako imara, ili ikiwa utakuwa na jambo kama hilo wataweza kushughulikia.
Susan Jerry, Lookuptv.
Now, the Pharmacy and Poisons Board has warned Kenyans against the oral contraceptive pill named Sophia that is suspected to be in circulation in the Kenyan market. Sophia is a Chinese fertility pill that has made a secret comeback to the country despite being banned almost 10 years ago.
The Pharmacy and Poisons Board has said that the Sophia contraceptive pill is not registered by the board, even though it is still being sold in the Kenyan market. In a statement, The board said the pill is not authorized for use or distribution in Kenya. The statement reads, and I quote, "The Pharmacy and Poison Board, PPB, informs the public that the oral contraceptive pill named Sophia is not registered by PPB and therefore it is not authorized for use or distribution in Kenya. PPB confirms that the product is substandard and falsified and poses a great risk to health and safety of the public. PPB also warns the members of public against trading and distributing the pill, adding that it shall take stern legal and regulatory activities against perpetrators of such offences. The Ministry of Health banned the pill 10 years ago because of its dangerous side effects. The board said the aim of the move is to determine the source and implement legal and regulatory actions against individuals who may be handling or distributing the product. The PPB encourages members of public and healthcare providers to report all suspicious, substandard and falsified medical products to Pharmacy and Poisons Board. Lisa Maina, Lookuptv.
Now, a middle-aged woman from Junju Ward, Kilifi County, is crying for help after from well-wishers to treat her ailing leg, which she claims was a result of negligence from Kilifi County Referral Hospital. Francisca Ndinda is a mother of 2 kids and has explained how her illness has affected her ability to provide for her family, saying that she is the sole provider for her children. This and more in the County Roundup.
Francisca Ndinda from Vipingo, Kilifi County, is pleading with well-wishers to help her raise money to treat her leg, which seems to be rotting away as a result of botched surgery. Ndinda has blamed Kilifi County Referral Hospital for her current predicament, saying she underwent a minor surgery which later resulted to her leg rotting as flesh detached from the bone. She insists that the only help she needs from Kenyans is money for treatment, after which she will be able to work on her own to make ends meet.
Kuna time mwingine wananipeleka dressing kuchelewa, nimemaliza 5 days mabu niko nayo. Sasa mimi niko na mahali imefikia mguu wangu unaelekea kukatwa, juu ilisemekana mahali imefika ni ya kukatwa. Mimi ile kitu na kufanayo ni hiyo mguu wangu, shida nyingi ilitokana na hiyo kufungwa na nylon. Juu after kufungwa na nylon hiyo mguu ulioza na ikawa nyama zote nizitolewa zenye zilikuwa zimebaki. Waliniharibu mguu wangu.
Elsewhere, Kajiado County residents are counting losses after fire burned property worth millions of shillings. The fire is said to have been caused by a fault in electricity. The residents have blamed the fire department for slow response, asking the county government to lay down strategies to help curb such incidents in future.
County ya Kajiado wapambane, ikuwe kazi kama hii kitokea, magari ya moto ikuwe alert, communication unit ikuwe na strategy ambayo wanaweza okolea watu mapema wakati visanga kama hizi zinapotokea.
In Garissa County, Abdi Afi Muhammad is nursing serious injuries in Garissa Referral Hospital after he was attacked by hyenas in his farm while he was tending to his goats. Finally, ANC leaders from Kakamega County are lauding President William Ruto for including Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi in his government. They also welcome the proposal to have Harry Chigai as an advisor on matters concerning gender issues.
The main thing now is to bring people together, because this politics was very close between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. It was almost 50-50. He should take more time trying to unite people, bring people together, rather than fighting other people.
Grace Mureithi, Lookuptv.
Fights through the streets of Central Park in New York.
Right now, Mombasa-based ICT expert Fabi Bajaber beat 200 golfers to emerge victorious at the DTB Golf Tournament in Mombasa.